Hey yo, what up? Yep. Welcome back to Project Peso. It's the 5th of May. It's a Tuesday, yo. What up, hope y'all doing fine. We all ready? Yep. That's what we all about. So, just the daily autopsy of our blackout ledger. We 50 at 100 for today. We went down compared to yesterday. I was pretty excited, but now even I'm still excited, man. We made some moves. As you can see, yesterday we got up to around 90,000 pesos worth of dry powder. Today it's only 53K. So just a little review. Total portfolio 1,286,173 pesos. Yep, we down today 0.41%, just a 5K compared yesterday, which around 41K unrealized loss. Now it's down to 47K unrealized loss. So let's waste no time. All right, as per the process, let's do a new one. Let's do the index. So top gainers for the index, we got ACEN at 7.91%, Semirara, oh pure gold, not bad. Losers, CNPF losing ground here. But this consumer staple is pretty good when it comes to high inflation environment. So we are expecting this to bounce back anytime soon. BPI and Metro Bank, one the second largest bank in the Philippines, third, they both down 3% today. And by the way, earlier, as you can see here, it shows we down 5,000 at the end of the day. But I'm telling you, man, right around 10 a.m., 11 a.m., iCity was on fire. Yep, ICTSI. Um, ICTSI brought the whole portfolio to a positive 8,000. Yep. So that's more or less 13K. I could have closed the position, but I'm looking at let's look at ICT. So I'm looking at ICT. hmm You see here it closed at 747 pesos, but earlier it went up to 780 plus, I think, making our gains to more or less 30K. And I really wanted to close it, but I'm not sure. I think ICT can go up more, close to an 800. So so there's that. Hopefully the next coming days. I think tomorrow we're going to bounce back. That's for sure. So top gainers. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Maxis down up 20% last week, down 15% yesterday, now up 8% today. Talking about what we call this, those type of plays, real-time traders, that is. I can call myself a trader, but only a swing trader. It will take me days, weeks, even up to months, years. I got years holding stocks. As long as they're dividend plays, then they all good. So down stocks, we got CNPF again. Oh, Apex Mining, 15.44. Let's see how Apex will show tomorrow. I would love to add some more. This 5.16 down. Could have bought it. Let's do it tomorrow. Okay. Petron down 4.18%. There goes BPI and Metro Bank. Now, let me show you our moves today. We only got two moves, and I think we made a good move here. I was supposed to enter tell yesterday at 1,222. Now I got in 1,223 for today. That's 30 shares for you. hmm Um, Metro Bank closed right around 64.20, but I don't think we reached the number of available accounts. That's why it expired. But for tell, definitely a good buy right here. Unless it's going to go down another 5 or 10 more percent. Well, that's always welcome. I would love to see that. I would love to see that, and you know how we are. You know how we do. we buy them. So on a different note, let me show y'all our moves today. The FundSmart transaction confirmation that we received in the email. Remember what I told you that we're going to park every week? Well, not really every week, most probably every Monday or every other Monday, depending on the dry pattern that we have. We're going to park it in a fund. And I'm talking about the ALFM Money Market Fund. Um, so it was done yesterday. Their process as per se is time plus 1 day. So that means the confirmation just got today, and I'll be earning start earning 4% year, 4% plus yield yearly, and what we call this um, for number of shares, that's 20,000. Daily, that will be, I think, 0.03%, if I'm not mistaken. Hmm. Yep. So next up will be our news for today. So let me read out for y'all. The Philippine Stock Exchange took a breather today, 5th of May 2026, with a PSEi sliding down to 5,898. That's negative 0.74%. Consequently, our portfolio absorbed a minor dent. What I said, closing with a day with a loss of 5,000 pesos. However, our consolidated equity remains robust at 1.2 million, and we still detached from our emotional actions. The Alpha Protocol keeps us focused with structural accumulation. So just a review on our moves, like what I said, tell our limit buy order of 1,223 with 30 shares. All right. Metro Bank, 300 shares, well, got expired and failed, expired. But the stock closed at 64.20, just like what I said. The Q volume likely didn't reach our ticket before the market closed. And the fund, just like what I told you about. So the top movers, just like we said earlier, closed at 3 pesos, ACEN. So that's great. That's up 7.91%, man. So management has officially shelved their plan 30 billion rights offering following a 60% profit slump in 2025. Due to low spot electricity prices and shuttered wind assets, CEO Eric Francia announced the company will take a measured approach to its capital growth rather than forcing rapid expansion. Well, this is great news. If you ask me, great news. Most probably, we just starting to go up when it comes to ACEN. You know, we down at ACEN right around negative 16K. Let's see. So there you go, ACEN closing at 3. Yep, we down negative 15K. If this goes up to 4 pesos, our average cost at 3.5, so we're still making money. I would love to let this one go and maybe move on to a different stock and value move, that is. So Metro Bank. So Metro Bank took a hit today, yeah. 12th worst loser on the exchange. The catalyst. Metro Bank just released its first quarter 2026 earnings. They reported a net income of 12.6 billion pesos. Just 12.6 billion. While their net interest income actually rose 14% year over year to 33.4 billion. The final net income slightly missed analysts' estimates of 12.97 billion. I know that's more or less 300 million pesos difference, but still, it missed it. So the overall market priced that one in just missed 300 million. 300 million is still quite a lot, yeah. So they punished earnings miss. That's why the price bled down to 64.20. But you know what? I'm buying tomorrow, especially if I get a chance. I just don't know why I didn't bought earlier, man. I was quite busy. So Apex, the other move that I would have done. So the catalyst, there is no negative fundamental news released today. Actually, the catalyst could be the gold going down in the market. I think that's the that's the catalyst right there. I was checking it yesterday, so that should be it. So our next move, that's good. It closed at 1,230. Tell that is, and then we bought it for 1,223. Okay, we already ended green on this one. So PLDT recently filed its 2025 Form 20-F with the US SEC. The report flagged several macroeconomic risks, including the newly enacted Conectado Pinoy Act and foreign exchange exposure from US dollar denominated debt. Well, US dollar denominated debt, that means double because it's quite hefty, that is, because we're in a high inflation environment and the peso is very weak if you compare it to the dollar. Conversely, analysts are maintaining their fair value estimates to Tel's dominant 45% wireless market share and their steady 46 pesos regular cash dividend. hmm Yeah, I love that. So that's the only news for today. But let me add something. So 7% inflation today news. Let me add this one. I wasn't able to research the research on this one right here, but I heard I was scrolling on social media. 7.2 inflation. Now, what will be the the action, the price action of our value invested stocks? Definitely, the pain is only going to get worse in the coming days, coming weeks, coming months, and I've already told you that. So here it is. Philippine inflation data released May 5th, 2026. The headline rate, the Philippine inflation rate surged to 7.2% in April 2026. This is a sharp acceleration from 4.1 in March and marks the fastest pace in price growth in 3 years. Expectations missed. The 7.8 figure far exceeded the Banco Central ng Pilipinas forecast of 5.6 to 6.4. Wow. How can you miss by 0.8%, more or less by 1%, you know? So primary drivers, transportation. Transport costs jumped by 21.4% from the previous year. Damn, that's hurt. This hurts, man. Damn. Housing and utilities. Price for housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels increased by 8.2%. Food costs. Food inflation accelerated to 6.1. This was primarily driven by a 13.7% surge in rice prices alongside increases in the cost of fish. Core inflation. So core inflation, that's good. It's just slightly 0.7%. You know what? Analysts warn that the BSP may need to implement larger, more aggressive interest rate hikes to tame the faster than expected inflation. The central bank had previously raised the key by a quarter point to 4.5% in April. Yep, just last month. But a forceful intermediate hike is no longer being ruled out to prevent inflation expectations from being unanchored. So do the math, plan this, you know, 7.2%. If you put your 1 million in the NP2 pag-ibig program, more or less the yield in average is at 7%. You your money is declining. The value of your money is declining if that's the case. So so the the 7% from the input two, as we all know, is the golden standard when it comes to dividend yields. So that's why I made this as an example. But with this high inflationary environment, we just got to keep it moving, rotate, take money. That's how it is. Trade. That's how we do it daily in the Black Cat Ledger. See you in the next autopsy, hopefully tomorrow, all right? And keep it tight.